Hey, yo, let me be honest with you. Your resume probably isn't getting rejected because you're not qualified. It's getting rejected because you're not telling the right story. I've seen people with almost 20 years of experience not get interviews. And I've seen people with almost no experience get interviews in a matter of weeks. You're probably asking, what's the difference? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because today, I'm going to show you the resume mistakes that you're making that are keeping recruiters from ever calling you. So, that being said, let's get straight to the content. You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the Tech.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to Cut the Tech. I am your host. I'm your guide. I'm your man, Coach Dre. I'm a career coach. I help men over the age of 35 who feel stuck, stagnant, and like they don't know what to do with their careers. I help them transition into a $100,000 a year career path in tech sales. Do that in a matter of months, not years. So if that's you, what I want you to do is all the stuff that YouTube asks you to do. Lock in with us, subscribe, comment, like, all the things that keep us inside your algorithm so you can keep getting this information so that you can take it into the marketplace and do your thing with it. So listen, one of the biggest things I hear is, Coach Dre, I don't have enough experience. And that may be true. But more often than not, your problem is not experience. The problem is how you're presenting the experience that you do have. So your resume has one job and one job only. Not to get you hired, not to tell all the different things you did for work. Your resume is for one reason. It is to get an interview. And if it doesn't do that, it needs to change ASAP. So here's what I've learned that surprises a lot of people, right? Recruiters don't read your resume like you think they would. They're not sitting there reading every single word. What they're doing is they're scanning it for 6 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds. If they're scanning it at all. Most companies got some sort of AI that's scanning it for them. But when they do actually put their eyes on your resume, they're asking themselves a couple of questions. Can this person do the job? Do they have the relevant skills? Should I keep reading? And if they can't answer those questions quickly, they move on. It's not personal, it's business. This is just the reality of it. So if they're looking at hundreds, even thousands of resumes, then what you gotta do to stand out is you gotta make yours easy to understand. So here's one of the biggest mistakes. People write job descriptions. I answered customer calls. I helped customers. I worked with inventory. Okay, cool, but what did you accomplish? I mean, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. They wanna see results. So instead of saying, I helped customers, say something like, I resolved an average of 50 customer issues per day while maintaining 95% success rate. Instead of saying, I made sales, say something like, I consistently exceeded my monthly sales quotas by 18%. Remember this, numbers catch attention and results tell a story. So what I want you to do, I want you to make this mental shift. Stop writing for your old career. You're not trying to get into your old career. Most people build their resume that says, this is who I used to be. When instead it should be saying, this is why I'm qualified to go where I'm going. So let's just say you were a truck driver. I work with tons of truck drivers who have transitioned into tech sales. Don't say, I operated commercial vehicles. Instead, talk about how you managed your own schedule, about how you were used to meeting deadlines, building relationships with customers, attention to detail, accountability. Those are the skills that translate into the tech sales space. So what you want to do is you want to be highlighting the fact that you're already ready to go into this new field. Basically, your resume should highlight your skills and not just an old job title. Here's another thing. You have to tailor your resume for the role that you want to get. Most people use one resume for every application. That don't work. Listen, bro, would you wear the same outfit to a wedding, to the gym, and a job interview? Probably not. Why? Because your outfit should fit the occasion that you're going for. Well, in the same way, your resume should fit the job that you're interviewing for. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to read the job description. I want you to look at the language that's used in it. If they mention things like prospecting, relationship building, CRM tools, communication, cold outreach, anything along those lines, and you've done any of those things in the industries that you've worked in before, say it. You want to use these keywords to help the recruiters connect the dots. Like, don't make them guess about it. Make their job easy. Another thing I want to touch on real quick is the ATS systems, because you hear a lot about that in this field. And most people talk about them like there's some sort of monster that's out to kill you. When the reality is they're just a piece of software that's looking for relevance. So if your resume clearly states and identifies that you know how to do the role and it has those keywords in it, you're going to be more attractive to an ATS system. And by doing that, you're giving yourself a better chance. Now, I don't want you to hear that and think that the point is to fill your resume with a bunch of buzzwords. That's not what you want to do. The goal is to honestly describe your work history by using the language that the role calls for whenever it calls for it. Now you're starting to feel like you're fluid in the conversation and in the language of tech sales. Now listen, I know this conversation is about your resume, but I want to challenge you because resume is just part of your problem. You can have the best resume in the world, but if you got a trash strategy, it ain't gonna help. So your resume should work in tandem with a strong LinkedIn presence, some really good networking, some interview preparation, some personal branding. See, the strategy is what fixes everything. And this is the reason why I say don't rely on your resume alone. The people that get an interview more consistently aren't people that just rely on one strategy. They got a bunch of them. So you got to get savvy in the way that you're maneuvering within these internet streets trying to get these jobs. So listen, man, your resume is not supposed to prove that you've done everything. It only exists because it's supposed to convince someone that you're worth talking to. And those two things are completely different. So if you're trying to transition into tech and you want some help with, how do I write my story in resume form? Well, then what I want you to do, I want you to go to that link that's below. There's a link for a free career consultation with me. And what we'll do is we'll talk about, the skills that you have. Do they transfer into the tech sales role? Is the tech sales role a good fit for you or not? But what I want to do by the end of that call is give you some clarity on what your next move should be. So go hit the link right now. Also, while you're down there, what I want you to do is lock in with us here. Like, comment. What I want you to do is comment how many jobs have you applied for this year. Also, after you comment, like this video, subscribe, share the information with somebody that you know might need it, because we exist to build a community of men who are making a transition in life. So if that's you, lock in with us, man. Lock into all the content, check it out, because we're here to help you. We exist to give you the skills that you need to go into the marketplace and tell these people our Cut the Tech motto, which is this: don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech, you heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
Thank you once again for tuning in to Cut the Tech. Before you leave, please do all the things that the YouTube algorithm likes for you to do. Please comment, subscribe, please subscribe, like, all those good things. If you are a man over 35 and you feel like you are stuck in your career and you want some help, please hit the link below, set up a one-on-one consultation with me. I would love to walk you through the process and see how we can help you go from exhausted to elevated. And one last thing before you go, click on this link right up here. This is a video that YouTube believes you would like to see. Check it out. Until we see you next time, remember the motto: don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech, you heard?